So you were the first person that treated me like a normal person, and you were just like, hey, let me edit a couple of videos for you, and we'll see how it goes. That's what I was looking for. You know, something like not tied into anything, not like, all right, this is how it's going to work. Just yeah, man. I'll edit a couple of videos.
If it works.
And see what we do. And everyone I've told this story to, they're just like, you're a mean person, man. You're a mean person. That first video I sent you of the two was Mommy from Rent a Girlfriend.
Oh, I forgot about that. Fuck you, dude. Fuck. What the hell? Can I cuss on here? No, I don't care.
You can, man. Yeah, 100%. Go for it. First guest ever. I'm super psyched. 100%. Episode 1 of this podcast. I am here today with none other than Dakota Broskie. How are you doing, my friend?
I forgot I didn't have my cat ears on, so I got to put them on. But
I was going to say, they add everything.
Kawaii Desune. It's funny because when I did the VTuber model on Twitch, it was like a week after I bought these, and I'm like, I can't even use them anymore. But everything's getting reworked, so I can use them again. But Hello, everybody. My name is Dakota Broskie. I am a YouTuber / editor for a bunch of channels, including 414. So there's pretty little transitions and lazy edits. That's me.
Yeah, opposite, man. You completely turned. You made my show so much better. That's one of the things I was going to bring up. Was simply the introducing yourself thing. I was on the American Sushi podcast. Couple of weeks ago, and I've
heard that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it really is.
Did it too. It looks like a lot of fun. Like I don't want to reach out and say I want to be a guest, but I'm like nudging. Like every now and then I'll reply to their tweets. I'm like, hey, what's going on? Nice job on this video.
I'll drop to Spooky a message and be like, oh man, I've just had a great pod with Dakota. I think it'd be perfect for you guys. But they'd have you 100%. They're like such nice guys. But it's the first time that
so great.
It was the first time I've been on a podcast and been interviewed.
Got the itch.
And they're like, oh, tell people who you are. And as you can tell from the intro to this, I sometimes get a bit nervous. And I was just like, hi, I'm 4. I do fact videos and stuff. So whenever I've seen people do it, they just nail their intros. And I'm just like, yeah, when it comes to my turn, I'm going to nail it. And I didn't.
Yeah.
But it's fine. It's fine. It all comes with practice and stuff like that. But like you mentioned, anyway, editor for many channels, including myself here. So I thought you would be the perfect guest for episode 1.
Perfect guest. Maybe not for clout and views, but definitely a good guest.
No, not at all. 100%. Not at all. Believe in yourself, bro. Believe in yourself. But no, I was kind of thinking all right, how do we start this? So I was going through the whole get him to introduce himself. And I thought it was quite fun how we met, So in terms of, I was looking for an editor at the time, because I was going back to work, and obviously I wanted to upgrade my videos in terms of their quality, but I also had this whole charade at work where I had to work 45 to 50 hours a week. So I was like, I need that. So I reached out to BRODOWN at the time, who I'd recently done a collab with. Obviously, everyone knows editor. So I was like, hey, bro, I'm looking at possibly getting an editor in. How should I go about doing it? Because I don't know. I'm very, very new to this.
Put an ad on Craigslist? What do I do?
Yeah. I mean, I'm very new to the scene. I myself, I hadn't gotten involved in the AniTube community. Really, until a couple of months before I'd had this conversation with him. I'd probably pretty much kept myself to myself. So I'm new to everything. So he recommended a couple of guys to me, you being one. And you were definitely the most laid back and chilled. You treated me as a bro, if that makes sense.
I'm the most professional guy out there for AniTube.
No, but I liked that. That's one of the things that drew me to you. Because I was talking to a couple of other people at the time. There's 3 of you at the time. All great editors. But the other 2 treated me like a client kind of thing. They were it was very obviously
very by the book. Here's my rates. Here's the thing. Yada yada yada. Call me when you need me.
Yeah, and it was a bit pushy of this is what's going to happen. They were kind of leading me through it, if that made sense. And at this point, I was just like, it's always weird when you first like get an editor because you've done it all yourself. You've worked.
Oh yeah.
You know how you like things. You know you've got your own vision. So you're handing your children off to someone else to look after, and you like help.
Well, it's weird because I never really understood my impact as an editor until I hired an editor.
Yeah.
Because everybody always double takes on that. They're like, wait a minute, the editor has an editor?
Yeah.
Sense. But I don't know. It's just so I'm focused on other people's channels so much that I after a while, I wanted to get serious on YouTube. And I said, all right, well, I need to create content and I want to do 2 videos a week. Like I want to do uploads. I want to upload. But I also have my hand on so many other channels that I need to prioritize on.
Yeah.
So I said, I just want to let's hire an editor. So I put out a tweet. I said, hey, I need an editor. Send me your stuff. Yada, yada, yada. Seaweed Ambassador, which is an amazing editor, which helped me out. He reached out to me and I glanced over it like everybody else. Like I was going through all of them. Yeah. And then Jagged's Boy reached out to me and says, hey, I don't know if you heard of Seaweed, but check him out. He's a good editor and he needs somebody. And I said, all right, cool. So I went back and I found out he messaged me. I said, okay, well, let's go with that.
Yeah.
Tried him out. A lot of fun. It really worked out. But it's weird because I can't see myself now without an editor. Editor.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
Because I'll edit my videos every now and then. But I just can't put the passion or the time I want to because I'm so busy with everybody else's stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. No, 100%. I get that. 100%. Yeah. Like I could not imagine editing a fact video again. Like I look.
Well, you're doing great with the vlogs and everything.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah.
Stuff, man.
I mean, that's the beauty.
I watched your $10,000 Kudami collection.
Yeah,
this morning actually. It's a lot. It's pretty cool. I like it though.
Yeah, I mean, with like stuff like that, like you give me the room to like experiment with stuff like that, to see what I can do in other avenues that aren't, your normal what you'd expect of me. So I've still got a lot to learn there, but like that's one of the beauties of having you around is like I know you've got my back, so I can in terms be flexible with other things. But yeah, like as I was saying, back to like how we met and stuff. So you were the first person that treated me like a normal person, and you were just like, hey, let me edit a couple of videos for you, and we'll see how it goes. That's what I was looking for, something like not tied into anything, not like, all right, this is how it's going to work. Just yeah, man, I'll edit a couple of videos.
If it works,
and see what we do. And everyone I've told this story to, they're just like, you're a mean person, man. You're a mean person. That first video I sent you of the 2 was Mommy from Rent a Girlfriend.
Oh, I forgot about that. Fuck you, dude. Fuck. What the hell? Can I cuss on here? No, I don't care.
You can, man. Yeah, 100%. Go for it. So like,
God, I just remember. We talked for a minute. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. Let's go ahead and I said, let's do a couple of videos. And if we work together, we work together. Here's my rate. Let's go off of this. Because when I edit a video, you can kind of tell at the beginning whether they just want one video done and then I need this done and say goodbye, or I need to look forward to the future and I need to find somebody to edit for or with.
Yeah.
So with you were like, I'm looking for an editor, yada yada, going, I'm saying YouTube, doing all this stuff. So I said, okay, cool. Let's try a couple of videos. Let's do it out. Let me know what's going on. So I get the video and I saw it was Mommy and I was like, this guy either does not know or he's just fucking with me, or this is a weird coincidence. Like, because he knows how much I hate this character for the past, like, that was like the entire month.
Yeah.
Just bitching about Mommy.
Yeah. Cause I can't remember. It was definitely, I can't remember how far into the season it was, but I think I was covering like ReZero to start with. And then I saw obviously, Rent a Girlfriend blowing up, so I did Chizuru the week before, and then next was like
I missed it by a week. I was good. Oh.
Yeah, literally by a week, because Mommy was next on the list because the other girls hadn't really been introduced yet, so she was next on the list, and so I sent that over. I didn't even think about it at the time, but like literally everyone I've told this story for, like they were like, what did he think? And I was like, well, he was cool at the time, but like, I don't know, was there a slight like, this guy, man, this guy?
I was like, God, this guy either like knows me or he just does not know me or he's just fucking with me or something. Like, I don't know. Like to start off with Mommy, because I think after like a while, like a week later, you're like, hey, my bad, bro. Like,
yeah, like
it's when
it's when I saw that manga where she'd been scribbled out and
oh yeah,
your
I got it on the
coffee
shelf over there. I bought it and I said, you know what, fuck. Like, I guess I filmed the video that never released. But I was scribbling it out. I just put it was literally my coffee coaster on here for the longest time. There are coffee stains on it because I just put it right there in the morning.
There was I swear there was going to be a video involving a mummy figure.
It's on the way.
It's still coming.
Because pre-orders opened back in August, I think, or whatever. Actually, when we first started working together is when the pre-orders opened.
Yeah.
So I ended up pre-ordering it for like 30. It's a prize figure, so it's like $30. And I said, done. I said, I hope this is still relevant by the time it comes in. And it's now February and it's on the way somewhere in transit. So I'm going to literally, everybody's going to cringe because I'm going to put that figure through hell.
I'm quite excited for it, to be honest. I'm interested to see what's going to happen. I'm expecting like full like pyro and everything. I'm expecting like
pyro, man. Like,
hell.
The useless company or whatever from Tesla.
I'm just expecting absolute mayhem. Like,
I don't even know what I'm going to do to it, but
epic.
It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot.
Just big, spectacular. It needs. I'm excited for that, man. Like, because I randomly thought about it the other day. You know how do you ever have that? You have a conversation with someone, then something happens during the day, and you're just like, oh yeah, that I remember that. I remembered that figure for some. I think I must have seen like a prize figure of like a Rent a Girlfriend one somewhere, and I was just like, oh yeah.
Well, I think they just got pre-orders for Chizuru, I think.
Yeah, man. I got a very decent scale of her coming June, I think. Like this year, I've been very much like, right, you need to calm down on your figure pre-orders, bro. Like, you need I was like, right, this year I'm only pre-ordering a figure. I'm only pre-ordering it if I really, really want it. So I was like, all right, seasonal figures out the window, kid. Because like you get them because they're seasonal, you're into the show. Season later, you've pretty much forgotten about them. And then a month after that, their figure arrives and you're like, oh yeah, it looks cool.
It's pretty interesting. The way I had when I was at Hiding's place, Hiding in Publix. I don't know if he wants to say this or not, but I'm gonna say it anyways.
Yeah.
He buys manga based on if the video was successful or not to him. And like if he made a video on it and it was successful, like I broke 100K views or 50K views, and like it was really good, then he buys that series and he collects it.
Interesting.
Which is completely opposite of me, of which I just buy everything I fucking can.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Like this at the start of the year was only one shelf full. I only had one shelf full of manga, and now it's completely I'm on the fourth shelf now.
It looks glorious.
That out.
It looks
it's great. I can't wait. I got to redo that too. I got another bookshelf I'm going to bring in here. I think I'm going to have 2 bookshelves in here. We're going to see if that works.
I think so. I've always tried to make my sets like anime heavy. One I've got at the moment is a work in progress, but like bookshelves have always been a winner for me, especially when they're filled with like manga and stuff. It's just visually pleasing, especially for what we do.
Oh, it's so good. Like especially manga. I've actually the Joey's video. I edited a video for the Anime Man.
Yeah,
that was his manga collection, and that motherfucker doesn't have just a shelf. He has manga behind that.
Oh wow!
And I never noticed that. So if I ever do get more manga, I probably will do the same thing. Like all the big series that I've already finished, I'll put them in the back. You can see them. But I had a thing where every video I did for somebody, I used part of that money to buy 1 volume of manga. So that really helps speed up the process. But now I'm trying to save up for an apartment. I got a new office set up, so money is not being used for manga, unfortunately.
But yeah, there is that time, isn't there, where you've got to kind of like slap yourself on the wrist, and it's like, I really don't want to, but I have to be an adult. I have to.
You made me want to buy figures.
Oh man,
I hate it.
I'm sorry.
Hate it, dude. Oh my gosh! Like I was looking at figures, I'm like, I want one so bad because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 figures. And only about 6 of those are anime. And the most I've ever spent was a Taiga one, and that was $100.
Okay.
And then I actually have another one that's 120, but I didn't get that because I spent it. My buddy Dank drummer Brooks.
Yeah.
I went to Anime Expo, and we were driving back, and I was like, it was his turn to pay for gas, so we filled up the tank, and he goes, "Hey, I don't have my card on me," or something like that. I forgot what happened. He goes, "Dude, I'm just gonna give you a figure when we get to the house. Like, we'll call it even for there. Does that sound fine?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, it sounds fine." So he gave me this Waiting in the Summer figure, which is really good, actually. I'll show you right now. It's right here. This figure right here.
Awesome.
It's like the ones where it's like the padding at the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so nice. It's so aesthetically pleasing. You're gonna cringe. I dropped it when I was moving my shelf, and there's a dent right on the knee.
Oh no!
Kills me every time I see it.
You literally hate to see that. Literally.
You hate it.
Have you
damaged any of your figures?
I have. I don't think anything major, because I've always been like proper over the top with it, just like do not. Most of my damage happened when I was packing them away to move to this new place. There was a Fate figure I had of Mordred, just in a casual wear. Standard base, just took her off, and like one of the pegs had snapped off her foot. Ooh. That goes into the base. Luckily, the other peg is still fine, so that just sits on there, and you can't tell. Yeah. I know. Every time I see it, I'm like, that figure does not look broken, but I know it is.
But you know it.
I know it, and so like that chip, it does kill me.
I got a Mordred figure too.
She's
it's a little $30 prize figure, but I love Mordred.
Yeah, she's awesome, man. Absolutely awesome. Like when I first watched Apocrypha, I was just like, noise. Man,
that was the saving grace for that. But I did not care for Apocrypha. I didn't care about any of the characters in Apocrypha. Did not care. Stoffel, he was cool. Mordred, fucking badass. Mordred's master, badass. Everything else, I was like, man.
I was a big fan of Ruler. I just liked her character design.
Oh yeah.
I have a
Berserker was pretty cute too.
Yes, with a snaggletooth. You know it, kid. You know it.
Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah, I've got this figure of Jeanne d'Arc. Beautiful, good smile thing. Fantastic figure.
Great figures.
But she has that massive flag, doesn't she? Mm-hmm. My God.
Yep.
The greatest.
It makes for great figures.
Oh no, it's a pain in the ass, my friend. They're like the things that big. The things that big, it's got its own like support like beams kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And so it's literally on our bookshelf in our bedroom, and if you walk near it, obviously you get that slight shake in the room. You just see this flag just like, and you're just like, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me, Jean.
Oh man.
But it's crazy. Yeah, so don't watch any of my content if you don't want to buy figures.
Don't want to buy figures?
Yeah, man. Like literally when I started doing the tubes, especially the anime side of things, one of the main channels I was watching was a guy called Ken. And he was
what?
Ken. Two Kens.
Oh, okay.
Ken. Great, like, mate. Like if you do want to watch figure content, watch his. It's shot beautifully. The guy's a legend. What? However, he will take you down that road, whether you like it or not. That's how I started, because he was doing like.
Well, how I started, a guy I knew, was Ken Bolito. Is this the same guy?
I don't think so. Canadian.
I remember Ken Bolito used to have amazing figure videos.
I'm gonna check him out.
And I'll actually link it right now. But it's like he was the member of the Pod Taku, like the J Taku thing. Mm-hmm. And then he changed over to he works now for Austin Evans.
Oh, okay.
But
definitely not the same guy, I don't think.
Yeah, I heard Ken, and I'm like, wait a minute, I know a figure guy.
I know Ken. Figure Ken. Figure Barbie.
Oh, I don't think I have any of his videos anymore. I think he took them down.
Unbelievable.
Oh, but he had some of the best Miku figures and everything.
Oh man, it's just a dangerous path, man. I would, especially if you're saving up for an apartment and stuff. I would
stay clear. Yeah,
I'd stay clear. just let the others suffer. Just let the others suffer. It's not worth it.
I probably can only buy them for my waifus. I probably only do waifu ones.
That's what I'm trying to do this year. Like I said, I'm trying to.
because I bought a prize figure for. You can see it over the last time I really bought a figure for myself was it tells you how like old it is.
Yeah.
Was Kuroneko.
Oh, okay.
I bought a Kuroneko figure, and that was like my wife back in like 2016.
That's Brynhilda, right?
Been. Huh?
Is that Brynhilda?
No, Orimo.
Ah, okay, got you.
Yeah. So, man. Oh well.
I look forward to seeing it because I'm guessing you're going to be doing the whole room tour thing once your office is all set up and stuff. Yeah,
probably. Yeah, I'm doing a video right now of breaking down the office, and the video of like talking about how important this office, this setup was to me. Because it's so weird to be attached to an office or like a setup. But I've been doing this setup right here for about 2 years now. And the idea of like getting rid of this desk, getting all this redone and redoing the entire office is kind of like not heartbreaking, but it's how would you say, like, it's just
end of an era.
Yeah. It's change. It's change.
Yeah. No, I get that 100%. Like in like my whole 5 years in YouTube, I think I've had like 4, maybe 5 studios. Because I've moved house and stuff like that. But like as soon as that room is empty and like you think about what's happening here, you think about certain videos, you think about your high moments, think about your low moments, you just look around and you're just like, you have a moment. So I get that, man. I get that 100%. But at the same time, you've got the excitement of once that room is stripped, you can see the new possibilities and what's to come.
Exactly.
So there's that.
I got all this foam on the wall that has to come off and then redone.
Man, get wall scrolls, man.
I need some wall scrolls. I have one wall scroll. I have too many posters right now. I don't know what to do with them. I got to redirect a bunch of them. I think I'm going to retire the Kill la Kill one. And then I'll probably get a new one that's like nice and like update, like 2021.
I like that.
I have so a question I have for you actually before we get to your next topic.
Okay.
I remember on your stream, I was like, do you like Peter McKinnon?
I knew this was coming.
I was like, do you like Peter McKinnon?
Yeah.
I'm like, I was like, because I love Peter McKinnon.
Oh, 100%.
And I could see it. Not that you're like copying, but I'm just saying, like, there's always like the same with me.
Yeah.
There's always this little inspiration of like, I'm a fan. He does great work. And he makes shit look clean.
Oh, mate. Nice. He's amazing. Like he's just got it like nailed. Like everything he does is just, he's just somebody who very well knows what he's doing. And it's just the way that he's openly willing to share this with people. It's the way that he shares his knowledge, not only presentation wise, but like, it's just him as a person. So I think obviously we're not alone, but like, I just feel like I connect with that guy. And, Yeah, 100%. And I think like when you find creators like that, and like McKinnon, he has nothing to do with the AniTube community, but like such is his influence that it can like reach people like
just
us and
creator,
and like make us want to go down those paths. But I thought that like that was one of my questions for you later on. Like you mentioned McKinnon the other day, my friend.
Yeah, I love it. I haven't watched him in a few months. Because that's what I'll do with the channel. I'll watch a channel for like a long time, like a year.
Yeah.
Just drop off for some reason. No reason at all. I just do it. Like I don't intentionally do it.
It happens. Yeah.
So now I'm just like I marathon like 20 or 30 videos like today, just catching up to his stuff. And I thought about it too. It got me really back into like wanting to do some photography stuff.
Oh, 100%.
So for the office, I got a Bob Seger poster. I got a Rod Stewart poster. I'll probably keep the Rod Stewart one because I like Rod Stewart a lot.
Yeah.
But I want to get a Frank Sinatra one, and I want to get an alcohol one, like a whiskey bottle.
Nice.
So I started scouring the internet, and I said Jameson poster or something, and I couldn't find a good one. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to do it myself. I'm going to buy a bottle of whiskey and I'm just going to take a photo of it and try to Photoshop it in the way I want and then get it blown up into a picture for the office.
100%. And it will probably mean more to you.
Yeah.
Because you'll look at that and more unique. I did that.
Yeah. It'll be the only one. So I have a black guitar right here hanging up on the wall. So when I move that, I think I'll have it behind it or something near it, because it's gonna be Jameson. It's gonna be a black background, maybe like a little black towel under. I don't know. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna figure it out.
I can see what you're describing.
Yeah,
I know what you go for. As a fellow McKinnon fan, I can see what you.
As a fellow McKinnon fan, it's that dark grittiness. Like,
yeah, but that's it. That's like that drove me towards like doing what I do with like figure photography. Mm-hmm. Because it's one of those.
It's a lot darker. It's great. Yeah.
Yeah, and like it's one of those things you can tell I'm inspired by him, but like I'm very much one of those that like I believe in being inspired by someone, but not ripping them off.
Yeah.
You know, develop your own style through what you're inspired by. Mm-hmm. You know,
oh man, when I first started YouTube, I was a complete Garant Giga and Flash Reflection ripoff. Like it was just cut for cut. Like there we go, that's it.
Yeah,
until I found my own style, which even now I still feel like my style takes impressions from people I edit for.
Which is
like Sydney.
Yeah. I'm gonna say she's like a massive thing in your whole career, isn't she? Really?
Absolutely, yeah.
Was she like the first big gig for you, or
she was actually the first gig for me?
Oh wow!
So
how did it come
me
around?
and Sydney have been friends since 2014, I think 15. One of the A's, we went to ASN together. That's when we met.
Oh, okay.
This is like right when Garant and Sydney first met. We were all hanging out there at the con.
Yeah.
So they first met. They're hitting it off all weekend, and then we're all just partying, drinking our ass off, having a good time. And so that's when we first started, like, you know, talking to each other. Yeah. And ever since then, it's been like, you know, hey, what's going on? How you doing? Yada yada. And then she tweeted out a couple years ago, I believe. She said, "Hey, I'm looking for an editor," and I just messaged her and said, "Hey, I can do it. I got." Because I think I was in between, like I just either quit bartending.
Okay,
I was looking for something else to do, and I said, "Well, fuck, I edit my own videos. I can edit somebody else's, easy." So she said, "Yeah, it makes sense. Actually, you have a YouTube channel. Yeah, let's try you out." So I did it. Not my best work the first few months of her,
of course,
but I did it. And I think now is like okay, if you look at like one of the Q&A videos I did for her way back in the day, or manga reviews compared to like the bar video I just did for her.
Solid video.
Oh my god, I was so proud of that video. It took me a month to do.
It's a good video. A very good video, my friend.
I'm really happy. Sydney is really great to work with too, because not only is she honest with what she wants, and that she's also very fair.
Yeah.
So what she'll do with the bar video, the story behind the bar video, is I did it and I sent it to her, and my first thought was, I don't think this is good. I don't think it. And then she goes, "It's good, but it's not the direction I want."
Okay.
And she said, "Here's a few videos of an example. Let's just go back to scratch and do it again." So I went back and I didn't redo the entire video, but I reworked it, added a few things, and then I went on vacation to Dallas for a week.
Yeah.
And then I came back and that fresh look at it, I just did it, and it turned out way better than what I sent her originally. So that was a blessing that she was that honest. But you got to have honesty when you're an editor.
I was going to say that was one of the things I was going to ask you. Obviously, you've edited for various different people. Like, how important is the relationship between the editor and the creator?
It is. You can get away with not having it. Like you said, the people that you message you first that were like professional, like, you know, just straight, you know.
Yeah.
I like personal basis. I like, you know, sitting down, me and you, we're gonna get the product you want out of this video. We're gonna get what you want out of this video. Because at the end of the day, YouTube is a passion project. It's your job. It's what you want in it. And since you can't do it yourself because you're busy or you're doing something, or I'm your editor, it's my job to give you what you want. And I think getting to know people personally helps the final product of a video. Totally. And so for Sydney, I know her on a personal level, and getting to that like end result of every video she sends me, it's because she can have somebody else do it, right? And it is a professionally edited video, but it just doesn't have the personality there. Yeah, of course, because that 100%. I know Sydney's, she knows she wants to zoom in, she wants the sound effects, she has this personality to her videos. Yeah. And that's why I normally tell people when I edit a video for you, it's going to take me about 2 or 3 videos to get what you want officially at the end of the day.
Yeah, totally.
Because there's like, I can watch your channel all you want to and try to copy that. But once I edit and get that feel for you, that's when I get the final result. So everybody I talk to, it may start off as professional in the beginning, but it gets more like personal. Towards the end.
100%. Why?
For like AnimeUproar, I edited for AnimeUproar. I've been doing 2 videos a week for him for a couple years now.
Wow.
Like that's a lot of videos I've done for him. So I know what he wants in a video, and it's so easy to just pop that in, pop that out.
Yeah.
To him. But in the beginning, it was like, hey, what do you want? You know, it's like I think he was my second gig I had full-time editing.
Nice.
So he was at the beginning, it was, you know, what the fuck is Black Clover? And now it's like, hey, did you see the newest chapter? Let's fucking go. It's gonna be great. And then I put that personal like investment into it. It's not only for I'll end it on this. It's not only when you get personal with a person you are editing for, it's not only just the final result and what's on paper you're creating that means a lot. It's the will to do it.
Yeah.
Because if Sydney sends me a video that she's been wanting to talk, like for example, if she sends me a video now talking about Parallel Paradise, I'm going to be excited to do that video because I know she's probably wanting to talk about that for a while. It's a crazy series, and for Sydney's perspective on it, as a fan, as a friend, I'm like, this is gonna be a good video. I gotta make it good.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So for example, 7 Deadly Sins ended a year ago.
Yeah.
And I was bummed out because that was like my last 7 Deadly Sins video. I edited his last one.
Yeah.
And the sequel came out for AnimeUproar. The sequel came out, 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse, I think. And AnimeUproar went back into doing reviews for it. And I was excited for it. I'm invested just as much as he is.
Yeah.
So
I bet it takes like no, not at all. I bet it really depends on the person, doesn't it, as to how long it will take to build this relationship.
Exactly. Another thing for editors too, you can't really get too discouraged on if a video is not that good. In the end result, because you can only work with I hate to say it for certain people. But you can only do so much what you're given. Yeah. So if you come out with a video and think it's not the best thing in the world, well, how good was the source material you were given? You know, because I've worked with channels that I've tried to spice it up as much as I can, but there's only so much you can do with the energy and the topic and everything.
I mean, I was going to say that, like, obviously from like literally anyone I've spoken to and brought up your name in conversation, they all regard you very highly as an editor, overall as a person, actually. Like, oh, great guy. Which is very well due. You've obviously built up this good rapport. You've obviously got the back catalogue of work, which obviously, in my mind, you know, means that more people are going to be coming your way. Have you ever had to turn any like people away that, you know, like you say, their source material isn't up to par? You know, because obviously there is a line, isn't there?
Oh yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Not naming names, obviously, but like, you know.
Sometimes I will do the whole thing. I've been reached out to a lot of people. A lot of people reach out to me. And either I normally turn down one-time projects. Yeah. That like somebody randomly says, "Hey, I have a video I need to do. I just want to get it done. You know, can you just do that for me? You know, I heard you're a good editor." Because like I said, I work more towards the personal aspect of it. So like the relationship, the we're gonna have a good time editing with this video. Yeah. So it's hard to do that with one-shot videos. Yeah. So I will turn down a lot of videos that are just say, "Hey, can you do this one time? You know, I heard you're a good editor." I don't think I'm as good as say Moodin or Evan when it comes to visually pleasing videos. Okay. But I definitely think I strive for like you said the personal, making something meaningful. Yeah. So yeah, I will turn down. I hit some people with the and I for anybody listening, I am busy. Okay, so I'm not lying when I say I'm too busy to edit your video. But most of the time, also I'll say that just as an excuse to like end the conversation of I can't do it. Yeah, totally. But I think now I'm being more honest with myself, saying with people too, saying, "Hey, I just don't do one-shot videos. Like, I can't."
Yeah, man. I mean, like, how long have you been like editing for? Like you said, 2000 what?
I think it
14
was
you started?
2019.
About 2019.
I think it was. I think I started with Sydney May of 2019, which means I'm going on. I'm going on 2 years with Sydney.
Yeah, boy.
Wow.
Proud
Where
of you,
does
bro.
the time go, huh?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Like,
Well, last year was a blur, and this year's starting to become a blur.
what advice would you have, like, for anyone that is looking to make that jump to being an editor? I mean, like, obviously, I came to you recently saying that, hey, you know what, kids got bills to pay. I want to start. You know, I've got a skill set. So instead of like trying to find something that, you know, isn't something I'm interested in, I'd like to look at editing other people's videos. So, I mean, what advice would you have for anyone that maybe is a bit like, you know, I want to start this, but I don't have that person to ask this advice from?
Okay, so you were easy to reference, right? Because you've been doing YouTube for so long, you just made the jump to full time. So I was able to tell Animax, said, hey, I don't know if you know 4 and 4, but he just made the jump to full time YouTube. He's looking for a few extra things to do. He obviously has a channel doing work. You know, I know you're looking for editors, and there's one right there.
Yeah.
For people off the street that say, I know people that have messaged me and said, hey, I'm looking to get into editing. What would you advise? You know, anybody I can work for, yada, yada. There's only, for me, I got my gigs through word of mouth and already being into the community because I've been doing YouTube since 2012.
Yeah, boy.
So like you said, Moodin has recommended me like 3 channels already that I work for, just because he's so busy and doesn't want to do it, or can't do it. So for me, it was word of mouth and just being already established on YouTube. For anybody new, I just recommend making your own content, and just being involved in the community, because there's always somebody looking for like an editor or something to try something out on.
Yeah.
And I was able to, everybody I've done videos for, I always sent them what I did. And I think only the exception is Foxen. I just started editing for Fox and Anime. I don't think I'm there yet on what he wants in a video, but I think I'm getting there soon. I think maybe a couple more videos, I'll be all right. But it was and Game Boy Jones. It was all word of mouth.
Yeah, boy. Saw that video recently.
So, but everything else is I had to send them a video saying, hey, this is what I do. I've done this before. Here's some examples of videos that are pretty good.
Yeah.
So with that, for anybody wanting to do it, make your own content, make a channel to start making content that you want to make, use that as your portfolio, and then just hopefully it picks off. You know, get better with time, because my videos weren't the best to begin with, and your videos aren't also going to be the best when you begin with.
100%.
But the more you practice, the more you create, the more you try to copy styles too. I remember when I first started editing, I was looking at Evan's videos and Moon's videos saying, how can I make this my own? Or how do they make this look good?
100%.
And the answer, hard work, practice, and a fuck ton of presets. Get so many presets. Get so much presets. It works. It goes so long. Stuff I was doing for hours now takes like 5 minutes, and it's great.
Oh man, presets. Like I almost wish that you had your own presets so you could have just plugged it right at the end there. That would have been perfect.
Oh man, I wish. That would be great.
But the thing with you, my fine sir, you're not just an editor. You're a tuber. You're very close to 10K. Look at about eight.
We're getting there.
8.6, 8.7. Last time I checked.
8.6, 8.7. It's getting there. It's like when I took YouTube seriously, it started boosting up to like 600 subs a month, which I was excited for. It's slowing down now, but that peak, I was like, I'm ready to go. I gotta make more content. Let's go. But I think I want to hit 20K by the end of the year.
Yeah, doable.
And I'm gonna try that. And then I'd like to get my first sponsor too by the end of the year, that I won't, not that just taking any. So I don't know. I really won't. I'm really trying to get the YouTube going because I've been doing it for so long as a hobby.
Yeah,
it's the first time I looked at it as something that I could probably actually do.
I guess like because you spend so much time like working with others as well. I guess that almost gives you a bit of a drive as well. Thinking like. I can do that as well.
Oh, yeah.
I can do that.
I started with Animac when he was at 300, 400K, and now he's at 1 million.
Yeah, man.
And then Sydney, I started when she was at like almost less than 100K or a little over 100K.
Yeah.
And now she's at $500,000. I started with 4-on-4 and he was at 80K. Now he's at 100K. Like, come on now.
You're the secret, mate. You are literally the secret. If you want to succeed on YouTube, catch Dakota when he's not busy.
I'm always busy. That's my secret cap.
But no, your videos, mate, like you yourself, you're a very confident person and you've definitely got your own unique individual personality. And I think that's something I always, say to others that are like, oh, how do I start YouTube? It's like, work on your individuality, as in, showcase that to the world. So I think you've got that nailed. And that shows. I find you're a very easy person to watch. And I'd say that even if we weren't, like we didn't have this kind of friendship, if I was just watching you off the bat. You specify mainly in like manga reviews.
Yeah. I think I dropped in, so about a couple of years ago, even before I started working for Sydney, I wanted to get into manga more. Yeah. And I messaged her. I said, hey, what's a manga you recommend that I just want to like read all of? And she said this. She recommended me one, says, Please Love the Useless Me. Yeah. And we go, I read it and I fell in love with manga ever since then. I just started reading a bunch of mangas and then I wanted to talk about it. So like, my entire channel has always been with the trends. It's moved from, it's always been a topic of anime, but it's always been like in the beginning, it was like, everybody did anime reviews in the beginning. Yeah. It was all anime review this, anime review that, seasonal video, yada, yada, yada. Yeah. And later on, I started getting into more, this is not good. This is the dark past. I want to bring it back, actually. Let's bring it back. But, all right. Parodies. Nate Wants to Battle was a big pop it off guy, right? Sure. And he did a bunch of anime and Pokemon parodies, and I said, "Fuck, I want to do that." So I made cringy anime parodies for a little bit, which was a lot of fun, on top of the anime reviews. Yeah. But recently, I'd say around the 1 year mark, a year or two ago, I started doing a lot more manga stuff, manga focused recommendations and fun stuff, and but I think I like to think of it as instead of just talking about manga, which I think I've actually built up pretty good. I'm pretty happy with I'm so thankful for my audience. Yeah. It's not just manga reviews that that manga recommendations. It's Dakota's recommending a manga. That's why I want to watch it. Yeah. Yeah. Which is really hard. It's really hard to try to sell yourself instead of what you're selling. Yeah. 100%. Because I could talk about fuck all, the worst manga I've ever I've talked about like a couple of days, a week ago. I talked about this manga that was just horrendous, garbage. Why would you even want to listen to it? But I think people tuned into that because they wanted to see why it was so weird and why is Dakota talking about it. I like that. No, I mean like that's it, isn't it? It's putting your spin on. On something that people are doing, because obviously a lot of people say you need to come up with that new idea, you need to be doing something that that's not been done, and I think like that's just you'll just be searching forever for that. So I think what you've got right is manga reviews, but what reviews what manga would Dakota recommend? I think that's a perfectly good spin and putting your name in the hat, so to speak. I honestly think it'll only be a matter of time. Keep working. Keep crushing it. I had a comment saying, I got a comment yesterday, actually. Somebody commented on one of my manga reviews, and they said, watch this channel next year. Yeah, boy. See where this goes next year. Yeah, boy. Wait for it. And I'm so excited because that means that people are really enjoying what I'm doing. And it may not happen next year, but the fact that somebody can see that happening or want to see that happen makes me so excited. It's positive. It's sometimes that's just like a little push that you need, isn't it? Just Which that is little a lot bit. Better than the comments I got on my redo of a healer video. My God, it's so bad. I tend. Do you remember that one video? Do you have that one video that just gets the worst comments in the fucking world? Well, so sometimes I bring that upon myself. I don't do it half as much. Rude. I don't do that half as much as I used to do. But back in the day,
when the algorithm was very driven by engagement, I used to pull the sneaky trick of, because I'm doing facts, you know, say something that's wrong on purpose because you know the comment section will blow up about it. An example of this, a perfect example, I've probably spoken about this on my channel before. I used to do like I used to cover like a series. Before I was doing seasonal, it was like, all right, I'll do this series for a bit, then I'll move on to this one. I went on to a Kamiga Kill. Who did I do? I can't remember what the main guy's name is, but I did him. Akami, obviously, Esdeath, and I did mine. However, I was like, hey, you know, with mines, I'm just going to pronounce her name as Mine the whole time. And
I've seen people do that before, and it's the funniest thing in the world. That video was... It's such harmless fun.
Honestly, that video, I released that one within my first year of 414 Anime. 414 Anime is 4 years old this year, and I still get comments saying that I pronounced the name wrong.
I had a Manime Matt, we're hanging out, we're talking about a video, and I can't remember which series it was. I think it was Attack on Titan. But he said it was Levi. He called him Levy, right? And the whole entire comment section was like, no, it's pronounced Levi. And so he was like, all right, cool. And then he changed it. And then people were like, no, isn't it pronounced Levy? So he just, every time somebody says he's right, he switches it to the wrong one. And it was the funniest thing ever. Pronouncing names wrong is the most harmless fun you could have on a channel. That's the most toxic I'll ever be, is pronouncing names wrong on my own channel. It's great. It's great fun.
Sometimes I like
the people in the comment section to take it too seriously.
They do, and sometimes they're the ones that like help that video get out there, though. You know, because engagement.
It's that interaction, man. It's an interaction.
I still slip in very slight things now, just to see if people pick up on them. I think the Rimuru video recently that you did for me. I think I said at one point in the video, I'm going to refer to him as a him, just because that's what he was in his previous life. But at one point in the video, I refer to him as she.
Oh, yeah.
And I've had a couple of people pick that up recently. And I'm like, yeah, boy. So I do stuff like that even now. Don't necessarily need to, but it's fun.
I did a video on Redo of a Healer.
Yeah, bro.
Right? Before the anime even came out. And I was talking about the manga. The video topic was manga, and then what to be expected to the anime, what the prediction is, right?
Sure.
But I titled it something along the lines of, this should not be an anime next season. You know, clickbait, yada, yada, gets the point across for people to watch it. So that blew up. And the entire comment section is like either defending the show very toxically, or it's calling me out for saying, well, it's an anime now, so you got to fucking deal with it. Like, I never wanted to mute the words SJW on my channel before until now. Like, I've never gotten more. And I'm like, dude, like the entire video, the conclusion of the video is I literally said, at the end of the day, there are going to be people who take this way too fucking seriously and, you know, attack it for, you know, in all the wrong ways.
Yeah.
And there's going to be people who defend it blindly. That's going to be so cringe and, you know, all that stuff. Right. But the point people are getting across is, local SJW guy doesn't want this video of anime to be anime. Well, guess what? Tough luck, kid. I hope you suck it up. And I'm like, dude, yeah. So the comments, my Boss Baby video does not have as much toxic comments as this.
The comment section is a wonderful place.
Yeah.
Once you get over that hurdle, you know, when you first get those kind of comments, it's all, you know, hurts in the feelings. But then, like after a while, it's just a magical place. I mean, so every now and then there is a comment that would just strike you in that little chink.
Oh yeah,
and you're just oh man. But like, what can you do? The world, right?
Can't do nothing.
Do you have a video on your channel that you? Not specifically your favorite, like what's your best video on your channel, but do you have a video on there that means more to you than any other? I mean, to put it into...
Oh, man.
Does the question make sense? I felt like as I was spilling that, it didn't.
One that's like more meaningful, I guess.
Yeah, it's like it's your favorite video.
I did a video
for a reason.
I've done a lot of videos, but I think a couple of my favorites is a few of the manga recommendations because they're manga that means a lot to me.
Yeah.
But there's also one video I did where I ranked the entire, what was it? I ranked all the Bleach openings. And It took me a year to do that video because I kept changing the script, and even now I want to change it again. But that was one of my favorite videos, and so yeah, the Bleach video of all the openings was really good. I love that video. The Drops of God one I did. It was a simple little video where I edited Sydney's Drops of God video.
Yeah.
And then I found one of the wines that was from the manga series, and I tried that. And then let's see. Another video that I really loved was...
I remember watching your Drops of God one, because that was very, very at the beginning of when we were working together.
Yeah.
So I don't know why whenever that manga pops up, or that title, I just remember that time.
Actually, I do have a favorite video of mine.
Oh,
man. So with YouTube, what I always do, every now and then I'll throw in a video that's just a curveball because I don't want to get stuck doing the same thing.
Sure.
Right. So for example, I've uploaded a lot of manga recommendations in the past like a year, but in between then there's the I traveled so far to buy manga, here's a topic by the anime, here's me editing a Sydney video. So I throw curveballs in there, but there's one in particular that actually pissed people off for some reason, and I don't know why, because it's the most passive video ever.
Okay.
I uploaded a video titled "Silently Reading a Manga While Making a Cocktail," which is literally just I don't say a single word the entire video, but it's 18 minutes of me setting up a table, making myself a mixed drink, a gin and tonic, and then reading the first volume of Komi-san.
Wow.
That's the entire video.
Okay.
It's the most dumb, artsy bullshit I've ever done on the channel. And for some reason, people were like, why the fuck did you make this such a pointless video? I'm like,
let me experiment, bros.
I just love doing it. It was such a curveball I threw into the community.
Yeah.
That people were like, I understand. I don't understand why, but sure. Yeah, whatever. Like, that's probably my favorite video.
I like that. I admittedly, I haven't checked that one out, but I shall. As soon as we're done here, remind me before we go, because that has piqued my interest. That is like,
got you.
Oh yeah, I like that. I suppose another venture for you would be the old Twitch life.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
The last year was the first year I started doing Twitch a lot more, and it's actually it's been successful a lot faster than I have thought it would be.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
So with Twitch, I started streaming more, doing games, being a lot more personal.
Yeah.
And at first it was people that moved from YouTube to Twitch.
Yeah.
And then VTubers became a thing.
Yeah,
it was fucking crazy. It blew up. And I decided to try my hat into it, and I was like, I'll do a VTubing thing. So I got a VTuber model made, and it was more of along the lines of just me as a VTuber, right? It was just me doing VTubing, which is a lot different from most people do, which is their whole entire career is based off of, they do this front, they have this storyline set up, they have their plot, there's the storyline, and they stick to that character so well online.
Yeah.
To where me, it's just Dakota being a VTuber.
Yeah.
So if somebody looked up to me at the moment, because I actually retired it, and I'm having something reworked now. So I'm back today's probably my first stream back doing video cams.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Instead of a VTuber model.
Yeah.
But there is works for a VTuber for something else.
Yeah.
A big project. And that's so I think I'm going to separate I'm going to take VTubing, that's my character, that's the thing. I'm going to do it full. If you would have asked me a week ago, Dakota, are you a VTuber? I would have said yes. Yeah. But if somebody in the community walked up to me and says, you're not a VTuber. You're not a VTuber. You don't have the story. You don't take it personally. Yada. I would have been like, that's fair. You're right.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't argue with that.
That's a very valid point, because I mean, obviously, a lot of people have jumped into the VTuber thing, haven't they? Because it's blown up, and like
look at Takahata. Like Takahata, the Team 4-star guy.
Yeah.
Is now a VTuber. He's loving it. He's doing a great job with it too.
I think you've hit the nail on the head there by saying, obviously, you know, for the audience you've got, because obviously you've got to start from somewhere. It's Dakota being a VTuber. So if you want it to work, like you said, you need that storyline, which is interesting. Because I mean, I'm an outsider to like the VTuber world. I'll check certain things out and whatnot, but I don't really know an awful lot about it. So it's interesting to like kind of hear, you know, that you know, like what sounds simple, you know, but it actually is. There's a lot of thought put into that. There's a whole persona that needs to be made, a whole babackstory, a whole this, that, and the other. Absolutely. I guess like a whole game plan needs to be made specifically for this character to come to life.
So I took a step back. I looked at my character. I got a name for him now. I have the backstory ready to go. So I'm gonna go full hard 2 or 3 days a week with that, and then I'm gonna do my own streaming, obviously on my own channel.
Yeah, man.
And I think I like that a lot better.
I know. I'm psyched for that, and I'm not doing it.
The saving grace, that what really sent this over the edge was when I bought these lights and I set them up. I looked at the camera and I was like, God, this would be such a cool stream. This looks so good. I gotta get back on face cam.
Yeah, boy, I love that. Just like little things like it's amazing how little things like that can just like, you know, give you that kind of
inspiration. Set it off. Like, I guess that's a question you wanted to ask later. I'll wait for it. I won't say anything.
Okay. I will. I think I know where we are going with that one. But that is super exciting, because that's obviously one of the things I was going to ask about, you know, the whole VTuber thing. Because I did notice that there was a movement on there, and funny enough, it was yesterday that I noticed said movement was starting to happen. So I didn't know if we could talk about it or not. I don't know how much you wanted to share.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not as secretive with it, because I think it's gonna, if it gets big on its own, right here, right now, may not matter.
Yeah, of course. That makes sense. So how far along are you into that process of making the jump to it? Like you say, you've got the backstory and everything. Do you have?
I got the backstory. I got the name. I have the new Twitch is made. Everything's good to go. I have a new Twitter handle. They have their own Twitter handle. They have their own Twitch.
Yeah.
And I think this Friday, which is tomorrow, which I cannot forget about that.
Yeah.
I just forgot about it. Can't forget about it. Takahata is having a male VTuber appreciation thing, which means, and he invited me to it. So,
awesome.
Or he invited Saki Soju to it. So he's gonna be on that.
That's exciting, man. How long have you been working on this? Like, you know, the transition from, you know, when did you make the decision of, you know what, I enjoy this enough that I want to put in those hours, that effort to grow this thing?
I put in more. It's funny though. I put more effort and time into becoming a VTuber than I did transitioning to its own VTuber thing. It was an hour last night. I had everything set up.
Wow.
But when I first made the transition to becoming a VTuber, when it was Dakota Broskie VTuber.
Yeah.
I got the model made. I got revisions made. Miscellaneous did the model for me. She was fantastic.
Yeah.
I learned the software, all this stuff. But now I still have a lot to go. I still emotes to make, subscribe buttons and all that stuff, or all that thing. So there's still a little bit of work to be made. But it's doing its thing.
That's exciting. That is exciting. I love new projects like that. I don't know. Yeah. That's a weird thing I have. You know, when you start like, all right, this needs sorting, that needs sorting, this, like, the amount of times I've wanted to make a new channel just for the excitement of I can do this, I can do this, I can do this.
Mm-hmm. It's very dangerous though too.
Oh yeah.
Especially with YouTube. I've known a lot of people, and you have. I'm not saying you're the problem. But there's a lot of people that make a bunch of different YouTube channels for different things. And the way YouTube is too, from my perspective, I'm not an expert on YouTube.
Yeah.
But from my experience, it's better for me to put all my content into one channel, unless it's two. Like I did Pokemon Go vlogs before COVID hit. And I was doing vlogs for Pokemon Go, and I was having a lot of fun. I couldn't put that on my main channel, so I put it on a separate channel. because it's just too separate of content from what I do.
Yeah, yeah.
But if I got into anime figures, I would put that on my main channel because I couldn't do another channel for that because I feel like it's so close to the content I make now. I'll be fine.
Yeah, yeah, totally. I mean,
because you have the 4142 V2.
Yeah, yeah,
and the Yu-Gi-Oh channel.
Yeah, man. So I mean, I've kept myself all under the same brand. That's where I was lucky in life in creating the whole 414 thing. It's like I can literally do what I want. And it can be on multiple streams, but it's still under the same banner, so to speak. People will still know it's me. I mean, with the Yu-Gi-Oh thing, that's where I started in life. That was YouTube for me.
Really? That was the first thing then?
Yeah. 5 years ago. I was like, hey, I want to start YouTube. I've recently got back into Yu-Gi-Oh, and I wanted to start making character decks from the TV show, and then just broadcasting them. Great. So that's what I did. And then obviously, as I was doing this, I was into anime, and I was like, it would be really strange if I started doing these anime character fact videos on a Yu-Gi-Oh channel, because I was doing fact videos on Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So I was like, so I was really inspired by channels such as Simply Grouch, Too Spooky, who were doing the anime fact videos. And I was like, hey, I'm doing this for Yu-Gi-Oh! And there's so many characters that I'd love to see fact videos for that aren't being covered. So I want to put myself in that space. So that's what 414 Anime became. And obviously I was doing the figure stuff as well. However, as I've continued to go down this route, the fact videos, that's what I'm known for. People know me as the fact guy. So when I throw in like a video that's about figures and stuff, when you get to the stage I'm at with doing this as your day job, you've got to look at videos that bring the beef home, to videos that don't. Yeah. So I've had to properly sit down and think about that. And that started last year with like lockdown and whatnot.
Well, it gets very disheartening too, because I put out videos that I think I want to make for my vid channel, and they don't get the views, and it's like, but you gotta just keep doing it.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. That's why V2 was born. Because I was really like, if you look at the time that V2 was born and you look at the videos that were coming out on 414 Anime at the time, you'll see that there was a lot of experimentation going on. The fact videos were consistent because that's not going to change. That's why I am where I am now. But I was doing loads of videos like the mannequin video, the Kurumi mannequin video. I was doing, I can't even remember, but I just remember like I was doing loads of videos that I was thinking like, yeah, I just need that kind of clickbaity title. But like, it just didn't work. That's not why people were here. So I had to make the decision of like, what's the next step for 414 Anime? Because I don't just want to do fact videos. But I am very much niched into that market, if that makes sense. So obviously the next step for me is more like, breaching out from characters and doing like series and stuff. Like, we were talking about Wonder Egg. That video you did for me.
I think you would do, your scripting works really well with other like topical videos. Yeah,
100%. That is the logical next step for me. Obviously, I'm not going to not do the fact videos because my name is, I like to think, you think fact, like anime fact video, you think this guy.
Yeah.
So I feel like it would be stupid for me not to do that. Plus, I enjoy it. It's good fun. I don't know how you feel like editing.
Enjoy it, that's all I think.
The reason I had the second channel was simply so that I could take 414 Anime to where it needs to go, but still create the videos I want to create and have freedom over on that other channel, in which I felt like there is room there for a personality.
Yeah.
That I felt like I can slip into. It's going to take a lot of work because it's a category that, may or may not have an audience, but it's somewhere I can experiment and try and find that out.
Yeah.
100%.
And you'll always grow an audience as long as you create.
Yeah.
That's like the number one thing. Oh, I hate this. I don't hate it. I don't hate it personally. I don't hate you when you ask this question. I just hate the question. So if I ever sigh at you or be stern with you, for anybody listening, if you ask me this question, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be stern with you. I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at the question and the fucking stigmatism that comes behind it. How do I become a YouTuber? I get that so much. I get it so much for.
Yeah, you literally.
It always comes down to. I always tell everybody the same thing. Just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Yeah, just do it. Yeah. My advice is put a camera in front of yourself, hit record, talk to it, post it.
Even if you got to do that first take, like I don't know about the scripting, I don't know about the camera quality, I don't know about this, that. Just do it. You're only going to do it. You're only going to be able to be a YouTuber if you just film and create something. That's the whole thing of YouTube is creating. And if you never jump to that point of creating, I know people that talk about a same video they want to do for 8 months. And they're like, I just don't know. I don't have the I'm trying to save it for this camera.
Yeah.
I don't have my phone. I'm like, even if you got to create that video on your phone and then in a year's time after doing videos, you could redo that same video. It's fine. It's scripting. If you got to do that video 3 times to record, if it takes you, like, I remember my first videos, I've had to record them 3 or 4 times before. Even in the editing process, I realized that it was bad. I had to go back to square one and redo it. Yeah. That was the start of my channel.
My advice for new YouTubers that comes to me with that question is harsh, but reality is done is better than perfect. Just post it. No one's going to care. No one's going to watch that video. No one's going to watch the next 10 videos. It's not until you get to video 50, video 100, between there, when the ball starts rolling, when you've been consistent, that is how you become a YouTuber. Consistency. And through done is better than perfect, you'll start to achieve better results every single time. Like Jen was watching a video of mine from a year ago, and I was like, ew, was that my voice?
Yeah.
So how do I be a YouTuber? Record a video and upload it and keep doing it. And just want to get better.
People see my channel's content. You'll see around 2013 when content started being uploaded regularly. You don't see the 3 years before that are all deleted, that were filmed on my fucking phone in a kitchen somewhere talking about the newest chapter of Bleach. Like, you don't see that.
Oh man, I kept all mine up.
I wish I kept mine up. Let me tell you, my first ever videos were so Garnt ripoffs. I filmed it I recorded the audio on my phone.
Yeah.
And I put it in the Windows Movie Maker, and then I used GIFs as source footage.
Nice.
It was so bad. I wish I I deleted all of them. I wish I could find them. They were treasures.
Done is better than perfect. You uploaded it.
Yeah. And then that got me the experience to do where I'm at now.
Yeah. The first win on YouTube is uploading. Because you've done it. You've got past the stage where you're like, oh, I need this gear to do that. Oh, I need this type of video. Oh, I need to wait for this anime to come out for it to be popular. Just upload it, man. Just upload it.
Just upload it. Just create.
Yeah.
Just create.
My first video on 4 Anime is a fact video about one of my top 3 favorite characters of all time, Lelouch from Code Geass.
Okay.
I hate that video so much. I hate it.
Do you?
Yeah, it's terrible. It's like
I have my first. I think it's on. There are a couple of videos I really hate on my channel. I don't hate, but I get a lot of shit for. The first one was a Soul Eater video talking about why Soul Eater needs a reboot.
Noise. Which it does.
And I think it was so bad. I think I unlisted it. I think I need to relist it again. But for some reason it kept getting. I guess Soul Eater got on Netflix or something, so a boost in, which is also another thing too. If you create content, that video is not done yet. It may not be.
Oh yeah.
It may be a low chance of it getting out there, but it's not done yet. Yeah. I've had videos that blow up a year or two later after. I made a video called "Why Soul Eater Not Exists," and that video got like 3K views. It was really good for me at the time. Still really good for me. If I get 3K views on the video, I'm fucking ecstatic. But a few years later, like last year, it blew up to 50K views. And I'm like, why? Like, this is so old of a video.
That's it.
So things just get into the algorithm somehow.
That's it. That Lelouch video I mentioned, last time I checked, around 60K. Did it have 60K when I released it? Hell no. I hate the video. Why is it still there? It's proof that I believed in myself enough to give this a go.
Yep.
That's why it's there. And it's for others as well. Like, oh, the people are like, oh, I'm not ready. I haven't got this. I'm like, hey, watch this. That's where I started.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, fair enough. With 4 and 4 Anime, I had about a year, maybe 2 years experience from 4 and 4 YGO.
Mm-hmm.
So if they want where I actually started, my first ever YouTube video is up there. That's not good.
Oh, I'll share a story. This is my last story for this topic.
Hell yeah.
Because I'm rambling on, but I had like I said earlier, I did cringy anime parodies, which I still stand by, and I will do them in a fucking heartbeat again.
I need this to happen. That should be our collab.
But I saw Nux upload the bad guy Twitch thought.
Oh yeah.
Parody.
Yeah.
So bad. It was so bad, and I'm like, awesome. I can go back and doing anime parody. This is the bar set.
Yeah.
It's already lit. I'm good. Everything I do is uphill from here. Love you, Nux, but it's bad. I did a parody called All About That Plot from All About That Bass. It's just as bad as you can think about it. It is just as bad as you think. Honestly, I think it's even worse than the Twitch thought one. But I had a moment where I went to Christmas and my sister goes, she's in town. She's like, hey, do you vlog? You like vlogging? And I'm like, that's weird. I uploaded the vlog video 2 days ago. I was like, yeah, it's all right. I'll watch them. Turns out she went over to an old high school friend's house that we went to high school with.
Okay.
And he says, hey, do you want to see what your brother's been up to? And pulls up the All About That Plot video in front of like a bunch of people. And they're just fucking laughing at it. And I was like, that fucking distraught me. I was like, oh, that was my first ever experience with that kind of thing. I was like, oh no. Oh, that's rough. That's rough. Now I'm like, first of all, thanks for the views. Second of all,
yeah.
I want to redo it now just to prove a point of like, I don't care anymore. Like I love what I do. I love making content for other people, and I have people that thoroughly enjoy what I do.
Oh, 100%.
And it took me a while to get to that mindset, but I'm there now. Because I used to be so closed about YouTube. That was my secret. I'm a secret YouTuber.
Yeah.
I don't. What do you do for a living? Not edit videos for YouTubers talking about underwear and pantsuit flavored water. And I remember my buddy Tyler. My favorite bar is called the Surf Club, and I go there all the time. And I got personal with the bartenders. I'm friends with all of them now. Nice. So I told my buddy Tyler when he was off of his shift, I said, somehow the topic came up, and I said, I do YouTube. Yeah. And I make YouTube videos. Because I think he actually got recommended one, and he was like, is this you? I was like, yeah. Which is really, it's happened a few times. People like messaged me like, hey, is this you? Like I got recommended this video, or I saw you on Trash Taste. Not Trash. I'm sorry. I wish. Thanks, COVID. The Rant Cafe, and I said, yeah, that's me. So I told Tyler. I said, Tyler, don't tell nobody, but yes, I do YouTube videos. I make content on YouTube. And he goes, all right, cool. We get drunk, and the whole time he's like, hey, you meet my buddy Dakota? He's a YouTuber.
Oh no, that's the worst.
No,
that's the worst. Yeah, I hate that. Like when you get introduced, it's like, when it's always by like family and stuff who are like really proud of you, what you do when you're like,
oh man, if my dad knew, I think he knows, but he has not looked at it. But like, I said, oh, I hit 8K. I was excited about it, and his girlfriend was like, oh, I'll subscribe to you. I'll help out. I'm like, no,
I'm fine,
no, don't do it. And she was like, no, what's your name? I'm like, no. I don't care. I don't want your one sub. Stay away. I don't need you talking about, because that was the same week I uploaded the fucking the Stepsister manga, and I'm like, I do not need any of my family looking at like this kind of content I create.
That's the thing. Sometimes you forget like your family may possibly end up watching this content. I've thought that a couple of times, especially when I'm doing like Kurumi videos. I'm like,
oh yeah.
Oh wait. I remember having a very awkward conversation with my brother once about like waifus, because like I never openly talked to him about like my tastes, but it became very apparent visually. I mean, like just in my room, you're walking in here, it's like, oh, so who's this? I was like, oh, it's like waifu. So what's a waifu? I was like, well, I just like the character a lot, man. Design's cool.
Yeah, that's all. That's a cool character. You know? Yeah. Why do you have this body pillow? It's a cool character.
Oh, my back, man. They're good for your back. It was recommended.
Yeah, good for your back. Exactly.
You know, health and stuff.
There was a point where I started working for Sydney, and she did a lot of like, hentai and all this shit. So I had to censor a lot of it. So like my doors are closed and people would just knock on the door and walk in. I'm like, control tab. What's up? How's it going? Now it's just out in the open. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm just censoring anime titties like on this big screen, and like people are walking in like, hey, I'm grabbing lunch. You want anything? I'm like, yeah. He's like, what are you working on? I'm like, oh, Cindy's talking about, Santa fucking all these girls or something. And I'm like, all right.
Yeah, cool. Standard.
I'm actually getting, I probably need to eat.
Yeah, 100%. I was going to say, I have kept you longer than I promised.
This is a good podcast, though. Any other questions you want to ask?
I'm actually thinking, I've got like probably half of my questions I haven't asked you yet. How would you feel about being a return guest?
Absolutely.
I would love to have you back.
Let's get you back. Let's get back on here. Let's do it.
I'll be a lot more organized this time as well. Obviously,
dude, this was perfect. This is perfect pod. This is two bros hanging out.
That's what I want it to be. Like hanging out.
Next time we'll have some brewskis in here with some drink skis.
Yeah, boy.
Just hanging out with his vibe. We'll have a good time.
Mate, I'm feeling to this day our first collab. I'm feeling it. I've said it since day one.
I can't wait. Next month.
Next month.
First collab.
Let's do it. You heard it here first.
Wait. You know what it is. You know what character it is.
Oh yeah, I do, because we've already planned this.
I told you, because you wanted to do a collab a month ago.
Yeah, I did.
Like, a couple months ago. I said I don't have any waifus I want to talk about right now, but here's one that's coming out.
Mate,
that's gonna be the first one.
I'm just gonna like say the odd word. I'm gonna let you do the whole thing. I'll be like, in today's video, we've got 5 facts about, and then you enter and like rest of it, and I'm like, so that was my video on, and that's when I'll come back in.
Go for coffee.
No, I remember that. Yeah, 100%. Yes.
In today's video, I got 5 facts about Nagatoro. From the series, Please Don't Bully Me, Nagatoro.
Quick thing before we sign off. You know how you were saying about like you build the relationship with the person you're editing for, so you can get a better idea of how you're going to do that edit, what the style is going to be and stuff like that.
Yes.
The first time I had like where I realized, 1, you were the right guy editing for me, and 2 was that you knew what I wanted, was when I was watching an editing stream of you editing one of my videos, and you were literally miming what I was saying as it was going along. I do that
so much. I have to like,
boy.
Okay, so like with everybody I edit for, I've been doing it for so long, I just have it in my head now of what they're gonna say and what's gonna be like. With Animac, it's like every video he's like, what is up, everybody? It's Animac here for AnimeUproar, and today we'll be talking about the latest developments in the Black Clover story, including I do that every time I see him.
That's fun.
And then like with you, it's like or with Gozen, what up, Space Fam? Gozen here for AnimeUproar, and today we'll talk about the latest developments in the One Piece story. And then I can't do Nux.
I was gonna say, like, I felt Nux was coming, but
what's up, fan base? Gonna like, you can't do Nux. You can't do it. Sydney, hey guys, it's a girl. And anime sex, right? You love it. We have it. It's great. But and then like obviously it's like before you mix it up now. You have more of a variety of like things you say.
Hell
like,
yeah.
Because before it was like, what was it? How'd you intro it again? It's like in today's video, we got 5 facts about Ai Sato from the series Wonder Egg Priority. We'll be going over Ai's backstory, character designs, character powers, and more. It's fun.
I still feel my intros are awkward AF. That's still something I'm working on.
Great.
But we'll get there.
I try to I've been trying to do my intros better too with like it's a topic thing, but yeah.
For the returning show. So
for the returning show,
Broski, my bro. Before we sign off, the classic. Plug yourself. Let the people know where they can find you.
Here we go.
Hell yeah.
Hello. My name has been Dakota Broskie. I really enjoyed this podcast. This is going to be a great one for 414, I believe. You're going to see a lot of good guests on here. But I'm Dakota Broskie. You can find me at youtube.com/Dakota Broskie, where I do manga videos, anime video, whatever you want. We're just vibing. Twitch, Dakota Broskie, all things Dakota Broskie.
I love that. Thank you so much for joining me on episode 1 of the 414 show.
Episode 1, let's do it. I'll see you in the distant future.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, thank you so much for being here. Thank you guys for tuning in wherever it is you're tuning into, be it YouTube or Apple Music, Spotify. I haven't worked that out yet. Won't lie. But thank you for listening
Whatever
anyway.
Platform you're on now.
100%. Appreciate you guys so much. Appreciate you, Dakota, just in life in general. Thank you so much for being here. Bye.
Absolutely, man.
Peace. Yeah. Peace. I should probably do that.
There's one thing that you know. Yeah, there's one thing you have to listen to.
Give me your best piece.
My best piece? All right. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Yeah, boy. Feeling that.